Welcome back, heroes. In this video we will be doing a unboxing of some of the promo figures. We have Agent Carr and we have Syvarris. They're both 2.0s, so they've been kind of redone and redesigned slightly, and I like it. It's cool. There's some differences that make them play a little different than the old heroes. So let's look at them, open them up, and see where they could fit in the meta today. Let's start with Agent Carr. So this is a very cool redo of Agent Carr, because it's not just Agent Carr, it's also Doomed. Two heroes, you know, that they don't get a lot of love, honestly. It's hard because basically, and it comes down to most events in Heroscape, generally speaking, it's about commons and bonding heroes, which they don't have that. So they end up being like more for, depending on the format, you know, there are certain formats where it's like, oh, these guys actually would be good, and they do perform. So this is a fun design because they've combined these two heroes with two abilities. I like it. You know, you're getting the more out of both in some way. So let's take a look actually at the sculpt first, because that is just what's, you know, fun. Look at that. He looks pretty cool. That is a lot of fun. Check that out. I just love that he's riding on Dude. I'm gonna go grab the other two original heroes so we can kind of see, you know, the differences and how they look. Okay, here is the original Dune. Sometimes you have a picture in your mind and then you actually grab them and you're like, oh yeah, that's what they actually look like. So comparing faces, this face looks so much better, to be honest. Like, this guy, like, you know, what's going on with those eyes and his mouth? Looks like, I don't know, he's like coughing something up. Hairball. But one thing about the skin, which somebody did know, like, that this just looks so much smoother, which it does look smoother. This is more textured. It's not like way more textured, just a bit. I think part of it too is like the paint. In my mind, the original was cooler, but now that I put them side by side, I definitely prefer the new one, the way he looks. Yeah. Oh, I think my tail's broken. Yeah. I was like, wow, his tail's a lot shorter too, but no, it's broken. There you go. All right, let's compare Agent Carr. All right, let's see. Definitely similar. Agent Carr almost looks like he has no neck, and his head is kind of like more of a big blob, it feels like. Or it just looks more slender and looks a little more real. Let's see, jacket wise, I don't know. I think the new one is just looks better overall. More detailed, more crisp, more clean, more little additions. So let's see. So he's holding onto the saddle, so his gun's just on the side instead. Where the original Agent Carr is, you know, holding it. See, and they both have their little ponytail. There you go. There's the comparison of the sculpts. You know, again, like I said, in my mind, I was like, oh, the originals are pretty good, but now that I look at them side by side, I definitely prefer the looks of the new one. Awesome. Great job, Renegade. Also, thank you to Renegade for sending these out to do these unboxings and videos and content. And I'm not sponsored by any means, but if you do want to get these, you know, I have an affiliate link down in the bottom. It helps support the channel. So anyways, let's get to the card. We got Agent Carr. So we do that. He's Vidar. Vidar's awesome. He's a human, unique hero, agent, tricky. So with Agent Tricky, which is kind of cool, is that in Contemporary, we do have Baroness, and Baroness has an ability that allows to do one turn per order marker to bond with other agents and stuff like that. So you can actually use Baroness to bond with Agent Carr. And what's even kind of crazier is they both have similar abilities. So we have Crippling Glance 15. So before moving normally, you may choose a figure within 3 clear sight spaces of Agent Carr. Roll a 20-sided die. If you roll a 15 or higher, remove one unrevealed order marker at random from the chosen figure's arm. So he has an ability 15 or higher, you get to remove an order marker. Baroness has an ability, I think it's 16 or higher, that you can move an order marker to another army card. Between the two, using them would be a lot of fun to be able to move an order marker and still an order marker. It could create a bit of madness, but it is expensive. That's 250 points to bring them both. But, you know, again, it's very format dependent. I think maybe in some singletons or something, it could be really strong using that, because use Baroness and with range, attack a 4, it's pretty good. Move that around and then bring him in, and he's got good defense, movement, life. So I don't know, could be interesting as you still order markers, move order markers in a singleton format. That would be really powerful, because you're going to see, you know, you move order markers around and still order markers, they just could be in big trouble, you know. So I could see him being pretty decent in one of those. I have to try it. There's a singleton at a Gen Con that I might be going to. So I don't know. I haven't even made an army yet, but maybe I should look into using like Agent Carr, Baroness combinations. Might be a lot of fun. All right, we got Sword of Reckoning. Add 4 to Agent Carr's attack value when attacking an adjacent figure. So he has an attack of 6 when he's adjacent. He also has disengage. So that's really strong, because I think originally he has disengage or Phantom Walk or something. I think he has Phantom Walk. So they gave him you kind of got a little bit of everybody's ability, you know, like done, you got this. It's a little less, because I think on that one was like remove all order markers, which is a higher roll, so it's a lower roll, and it only does 1 at a time. So it's a little bit more doable, but also not as swingy. And then I think this is the same. He always got that boost, and then we have disengage versus Phantom Walk, so we still can get away. I think he's a cool hero, and he has a place in some formats, and I'll have to try him out some more. I've done some practice games, and he's done pretty decent. Let's take a look at Syvarris, and we'll compare his old one as well. Syvarris he's just a really cool figure, and I've really liked him because range 9 seems so good. Let's take a look at his sculpt, and we'll also compare him to the old Syvarris. Okie dokie. Here we are, Syvarris 2.0. He looks very similar to the original, just with a few differences. One, he has like multiple arrows in it that he's shooting at once, and he's got like some vines on there. Just a little bit more detail, I think. So yeah, let's look at the original. Just more crisp and clean. I think is a big part about it. His chainmail, his medallions, his little pouches and stuff. Like, it's kind of just a blob of something there. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Arrows. Yeah. And he's not shooting any arrows, where he's got arrows on his quiver. So looking a little different, a little bit more highlighted, more definition. Yeah. I definitely like the new scope more, for sure. But very, very similar. Very similar. Now, ability-wise, slightly different too, where old Syvarris, double attack, range 9, attack 3. That's it. New Syvarris has some slight adjustments that I do like, because it gives him a little bit more versatility and decisions to be made. And that's what's enjoyable about a good design, is there are decisions to be made. We're still Ular, we're an elf, archer precise, medium 5, 4 life, 5 move, 9 range, 4 attack, 2 defense, 110 points. So the difference between old Syvarris and new Syvarris, 100 points is the old Syvarris, new Syvarris is 110. So it is 10 more, so sometimes he just doesn't fit in a build. And his attack is 4 now instead of 3, so more attack. But he doesn't have double attack anymore. He has triple attack. Well, it just depends. So if you do range 9, you only get 1 attack. Do range 6, you get 2 attacks. Range 3, you get 3 attacks. So it's situational, you know, and with his 2 defense and 4 life, he can get blown up really easy. And so you have to be very careful with his positioning and when to go for more attacks. Because if you go for those 3 attacks, I mean, you're throwing 12 dice. And if you're on height 15, like, that is good. But if you don't kill your target and you get caught, usually he dies. He doesn't survive very often. So you have to make sure that you're making safe moves, unless you're willing to, sacrifice, and you're like, I'm going to put him here. He's probably going to die. I've used him a little bit. I've done a lot of practice with him for Gen Con because I really like him. I was trying to find that. I was like, man, with that 9 range, I mean, in a lot of maps, turn 1, you can shoot their start zone. So you have, and that, so you're shooting down usually. So attack a 5 down into something, move around, get a few shots. The hard part about it is you just give up a lot of positioning by using him. And so you kind of need an army that's okay with that. And sometimes it's hard to have armies that are okay with being left in the start zone more. So like Gallery feel like kind of a good combination, just because you could still be moving them even though you put order markers, you know. You could divide them up and you get the free movement with that, the title advance. But it just depends. It depends on the formats, depends on where he fits in good. One place I've been seeing him pop up is with the Reavers, because with the Reavers, the way their points are and figure limits, sometimes they don't max out on their own stuff, so then you do have to put in some kind of filler hero, and so I've seen him be added in there, and it's not a bad choice for sure. And he's done some work, but also I've just killed him with a Geistfire. You can go check out those videos. I did play against a Reworks Syvarris build twice. I lost to it once and I beat it once. So Syvarris, you know, he put in the work sometimes, and other times he just got blown up. And that's my experience with Syvarris a lot of times, is that if he gets caught, he's just dead, you know. So you have to play him super careful, and if you're able to play him really careful, you can get a lot more value out of him for sure. And the threat is just scary. Like, this guy could shoot 9 range like that. Just it makes you play different, you know. The opponent will have to play different. Well, there you go. That is Agent Carr and Syvarris, both 2.0s, new updates, new sculpts, new abilities, really cool designs. I really like them. So if you want to get them, go ahead and order them. If you use the affiliate link, that'd be great. If not, I'm glad you're getting Heroscape either way. And we'll see you in the next video. If you want to see the other unboxings, I got some over here. And be the hero of game night.